Hello and welcome to the Gen Weekly Update for Friday, February 16th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. Dr. Tom Morter has some wonderful training and inspiration for us, so let's get right to him. Dr. Tom?
Hello, I'm Dr. Tom Morter, and I'd like to welcome you to this Friday update call. First of all, the Chicago momentum continues. It's building. We have great registration numbers are coming in still, in addition to the huge percentage that we had that signed up in New Orleans. Chicago is happening. Remember, it's the last weekend in July, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th. We're going to be doing level 5 testing. We're going to be doing level 6. We're going to be doing a repeat of the first section for those who are just having the first opportunity to take level 7, those level 7 candidates. We are also going to be doing the second session of live training for level 7 candidates. As a matter of fact, by Friday, by the 27th of July, we will have level 7 senior officers in this club for the very first time. When that energy of those people spreads throughout the meeting space in the general session on Friday night, you want to be there. This club has never had the energetic vibration and the level of energy that will come from those level 7. I'm excited. I'm going to be there. I hope to see you there too. You know, I continue to get emails and texts about people who were impacted by Damien Macaw's story. It was spectacular on Sunday. It was spectacular, life-changing. It's about applying the principles. It's about making sure that in your life, in your belief, at your core, you apply the training of the Success Mastery course. You see, right now the Olympics are going on, and it's an incredibly exciting time. This is a time about country. This is a time about competition. This is a time about years, for some decades of training, of perfecting their craft. You see, it's about preparation. It's about planning. It's about getting up every day. It's about doing the little things, things that these men and women have done their entire lives. Many of them, since they were barely able to walk, they strapped on skis, they put on skates. They learned how to compete, and they began to master their craft. This is about the commitment. This is about their community, if you will. You see, community is about country, hence the hockey jersey. I got this jersey in '02 in Salt Lake City when I attended the Olympics. When Dr. Ted and I and Jana and Anna all attended the Olympics in Atlanta. If you ever have the chance and the opportunity to go see these sporting events, they are such great energetic events. People from all over the world cheering on men and women, athletes who have dedicated their life to a particular craft. It's about community. It's about that country community. It's about your local community. It's about the family community that these people have. And it's about the community of self. The community of self. That's where it begins. That's where it resides. That's where it boils. That's where you see these athletes, regardless of if they're a skier and they're at the top of the hill, before they break through the gates to start the clock. Think about this. Decades of preparation for minutes of perfection. Decades of preparation for minutes of execution. The perfect turn, the perfect cut, the perfect jump. If you'll notice, pay attention to this, observe what's happening, because these are magical moments. These people go through their run in their mind before they actually do it. Are you going through the runs of your life in your mind before you actually do it? Or are you just showing up? Are you playing full on? Are you applying the principles? Are you becoming better? Are you growing? That's the goal of the Global Information Network. That's what Dr. Ted and I and Blaine Athorn and our staff spend our waking moments on. How can we make that experience better for you? Because in that moment before they go, you can watch them. They take their eyes, they move, they go here, they make this turn, they actually move their shoulders, they'll jump. You'll see them practice. They'll do, this is a flip. They do this in order to prepare for the moment. You see, these athletes at this level understand preparation. They are prepared for the moment. They're in the now. It is this moment. It is right now. If they're a snowboarder, you may have watched Shaun White, a gold medalist, a two-time gold medalist at 2 different Olympics, and then he missed the podium in the last Olympics 4 years ago. He described it as the lowest point of his life. You see, we've talked about this in Level 7 training. This is why we do daily exercises. The lowest point in the worst thing that ever happened to you can actually become the greatest thing that ever happened to you. And this is just one example in an athletic endeavor. It happens in families, it happens in business, it happens in relationships. This is an example that's been live on TV the last few days, where he got to the last run. It was you see, in preparation for the last run, understanding the rules, knowing the score, he knew that if you had the best qualifying run, you got to go last when you got your 3 runs in the finals. And he was so in the preliminaries, he set it up, gave his best effort, had a record score, and was able to go last. So when it came time for the finals on your 3 runs, he set the bar very high on his first run. As a matter of fact, the adrenaline was so high, he took his helmet off and he threw it into the crowd. Well, the challenge with that is you have 2 more runs and you need that helmet. And he got the helmet returned and then realized he didn't have the visor. When you're going that fast, you have to have protection for your eyes or they water and life becomes blurry. He got the screen back and he went up, and on his second run down, he fell, which brought it to, by the time it was time for his 3rd run, the 3rd rotation, he was in 2nd place. He was not going to have a gold unless he performed the run of a lifetime. And he went in the moment. He went internal and he performed. And in that moment, he threw down a great run. It was a gold medal winning run. When he completed the run, he was at the bottom of the hill, and then there's that time where you're waiting on the judges to see your score. Did I do it? He said he felt like he had done it. That's not a guarantee that the judges will reward you with the score to do it, to get the gold medal. And he did. And they did. And he won the gold medal, and it was so emotional for him. Remember, after 4 years of waiting, of 4 years of not being on the podium, after 2 consecutive years, 8 years of being the gold medal champion. And in that moment, the emotions hit him. And it began to show, and he began to cry, and he began to weep. And by the time he walked through the crowd and he hugged his mother and his sister and his father, he began to shake. This is what happens when you allow that power, that force, that connection to flow through you. And he was a sobbing hot mess. And you could hear his father say off camera, "I've never seen him cry." You see, he was bawling, he was sobbing because between the last Olympics and now, he'd had a severe fall, a gash on his head, and he wasn't sure if he could even continue. Yet he overcame all those injuries and returned to training and returned to his training and returned to his truth. And he performed. It was a gold medal moment. You see, those are the kinds of things that we hear about in this story. People winning. We get our own gold medals. You win. It's the small wins that build up. It's the small wins that allow you to capitalize on the personal sacrifice, the family sacrifice, the dollars that you've spent, the time that's invested. Not just you investing it, but those around you, because when you're studying, you're not with them. This is the beauty of engaging your family. Study together. This is the beauty of engaging a spouse. Study together, train together, stay at the same levels. We have a sponsoring bonus going on inside Gen right now for the month of February. If you sign someone up, you're getting rewarded the entire $4.95 sign-up fee. The sponsoring member gets that. If you re-engage someone, and we've had re-engages in levels 2 and levels 3 and levels 4 and levels 5 and levels 6. Since we were in New Orleans, this is happening. You get to keep the first 2 months of that sponsoring. So the 2 months of $150. The first month they rejoin, you as the sponsor get the $150. The second month, you get the $150. There are incentives for you to share this club, to share your community to share mastering your craft. That's what this is about. It's about performing at a higher level and ultimately getting to the highest level. Support your country. Enjoy the Olympics over the next couple of weeks. Enjoy your club for the rest of your life. Enjoy your club. Master your craft for the rest of your life. I'm Dr. Tom Morter. Thank you for being in Gin.
Thank you, Dr. Tom. Once again, very inspiring. Now, in that video, Dr. Tom spoke of the February sponsoring bonus. Now, there was something he said on stage at Global Leadership Celebration in New Orleans last month. When you involve yourself in this club, good things will happen in your life. Now, remember, it's the February sponsoring bonus. So if you're thinking about participating, we are about halfway through the month of February, so you should act fast. Now, how about some ways to help you do that? Did you know about our weekly membership overview call, where we explain in detail all of the benefits of Gin membership? Look for an email each and every week. Now, if you don't get our emails, let us know. support@ginunited.com. And this past week, we had Blaine Athorn live on our membership overview call, and he talked about Gin, the benefits of the club, and the value of the club. We also have a version of our membership overview in video form right on our website, in English and in French. Just go to the website, www.globalinformationnetwork.com, without signing in. And you can scroll down to the membership overview video right there on that page. If you want access to the French version, just make sure you toggle the language at the top to French. When you have access to that video, you won't have to wait until the Tuesday membership overview call. What you can do is have a membership overview meeting right there in your home, or invite your prospect to watch the video on their own. Also, if you want more information about our Share Gin bonus program, look for the video on our website. On the left-hand side, navigation, click on News, and then click on Announcements for all of the information you need for that video. Well, that's the weekly update for Friday, February 16th, 2018. I'm Joel Yaste. We'll see you again next week.